Hi, so welcome back. So today we are going to make quiche with the pastry that we made earlier. So as you can see, I've got a frying pan and I put a tiny bit of oil in it. So I'm just going to turn this on, and in that I have got some red frozen sliced onions, okay? So I'm just going to use some of these. And remember, using frozen vegetables is absolutely fine. They're brilliant. You can just get out the freezer, they're ready used. To using shortcuts like this is absolutely fine. There's no disgrace in it at all. It just makes life so much easier. So there, we're just going to fry off some onions. And also, we've got some frozen red peppers. We're going to use some of those as well. So we're just going to put those into our frying pan, and we're just going to let them fry off for a minute. So just think how colourful that's become already. One really nice thing about cooking is try and get it as colourful as you possibly can. Okay, so we're just going to fry that off for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm just going to put some flour on my surface, and then I'm going to take my pastry and I'm just going to cut this in half because I don't need all of this at the moment. I'm just going to put half to one side, and I'm literally going to cover that in a bit of the flour, okay? And the reason you want to put it in the flour is you don't want it to stick. Then taking my rolling pin, I'm going to cover that a bit in flour, and I'm just going to roll that, okay? Okay, just have a bit of onion in it, doesn't matter, extra taste. Okay, so just making sure, just swirl it around a bit because you don't want it to stick, okay? So we're just going to roll it, and you want to get ideally as thin as you can, ideally, without it actually falling apart. But if it goes a bit thicker, it doesn't matter, it just means you have a slightly thicker base. Okay, so I'm going to take a cutter. If you haven't got a cutter, then don't worry, you can use glass or you can use a cup. It really doesn't matter. I've used those plenty of times, but a cutter is ideal, especially if you've got children. I'm sure you've got cutters. So literally, you want to take a cutter. I'm going to make them in like spaces. If you want to make them bigger, just push around with them, okay? And then you can make them slightly bigger, and that makes them slightly thinner. So we're just going to take our tray, because we're going to make mini ones, and I've already greased this already. And literally, we're going to take our pastry, and I'm trying to do upside down, and that's going to pop in, okay? So if we try and do that again, the pastry out the way to show you, that's literally going to smooth into the pastry case. Okay, back at our cooking. Okay, so we're going to be giving that a big stir. That's going really nicely. You can't smell it, but I can tell you it's smelling really good. Okay, so from that, if you wanted extra seasoning, you could add some of your you could add some garlic. You could add some other seasoning that you really like, and that would be absolutely perfect. Okay, and cooking that just seems to cook so much quicker, cooking from fresh as well. It's gone already, which is absolutely perfect. Okay, right, so I turn that off now. And I'm just going to show you in my little one. I'm literally going to take a little spoonful and I'm going to add it to my pastry case. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit in each. Remember, the children can help you do this. They're old enough, they can enjoy to do that. They enjoy rolling out, choosing some vegetables. Okay, so I've just put a little bit in each, okay? Right, then to that I've got a little bit of chicken. I had a barbecue the other day, and I had some chicken which I had left over. So literally I've made that really small. And it's great. Quiche is a really good way for using up maybe you've got some food you've got left over. And why not? You know, it's rather than thinking what am I going to do with it, make a little bit of a quiche for it. Little ones are brilliant. The children love having something like mini quiches. Brilliant, great for lunches. You can imagine having a picnic. Right, okay, so I've now got my milk, which is about 10 ounces. And to that, I'm actually going to add some eggs. Okay, so 2 eggs. So again, 2 eggs, and literally I'm going to crack those and add those. Okay, so just literally on the side, crack away and add the eggs. Okay, and literally you're then going to mix those up. Mix it up like this, and you can see when it goes all orange, really it's kind of the right kind of colour. Okay, so to that, if you wanted to, you can add a little bit of black pepper, which is always great, always gives flavour. Just add a little bit, and a tiny weeny little bit of salt. Okay, right, and to that we're then going to add it to our quiches. Okay, so that's just going to be poured in just like that. Okay, and I'm going to put them in the oven, and I'm going to show you when they're all done. Okay, right, bear with me, I'll show you when they come out the oven. Okay, so welcome back. So here we have our little mini quiches. So I think they look great, don't they? I think done really quickly, really easily. So yep, we just take a knife. This is when you pray that they come out really well. Oh look, easy peasy, look. There you go, okay? So you just then take them out and just put them on a plate just to cool, or you can leave them to cool in the tray. That'll be absolutely fine too. And if you can eat them, if you can save them before the children or husbands walk in to eat them, then they will do for lunch, like you say for dinner or a little tea, and they will, you know, save in the fridge for a couple of days if they last that long. Okay, so these are the ones, remember these have got the frozen red onion in it, they've got the frozen peppers, and they've got the milk and the eggs. Again, you can add anything, you could add cheese to it if you like, you could add more spices. These are just really, really simple ones just to show you how to make them.